up, Ram fam? Welcome to the first episode of Shepherd News. I'm Marie Martin, and today we have a crazy news story for you, followed up by freshy facts and a special visit from the birthday clown. Stick around to see how you can submit your friends' and faculty's birthdays. Let's get on with the show. We begin today with news that shook the athletic program last semester. During finals week, Shepherd, without any warning, announced the immediate cut of the men's and women's tennis program. Shepherd claimed that due to trouble recruiting students, that they decided to cut the tennis program so that they could focus their funds on the remaining 13 NCAA D2 sports. To dig deeper on the story, we have invited Hallie Meyer, a student who formerly was on the tennis team, to talk to her about her experience with the sudden cut of this tennis program. This is Final Serve. Welcome to the show, Hallie. How are you doing?
Good, thanks for having me.
What was it like to join the Shepherd tennis team?
It was a really incredible experience for me. I actually transferred in from James Madison University, where I didn't play a sport. I'm from Hedgesville, as I said. I really missed playing that sport because I took a year off of it. So I made that big life choice to come back and play tennis here. And I think it was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
When did you first hear about the program being cut? Was it a shock to you?
It was definitely a shock to me, and I think I speak for my other teammates when I say that it shocked all of us. It was pretty immediately after we had our last match of the spring season. We were notified by our coaches that we had to have a meeting with Carrie, the director of the athletic department. We weren't notified why. And then we had our sit-down meeting with Carrie, and she broke the news that the program would not be returning in the fall.
What was your first reaction for you and your fellow teammates?
Well, we'd had a bit of a rocky season, and the program was definitely going through a bit of a revival and undergoing a lot of change. We had a lot of seniors who were graduating, so I guess we were in a period of rebuilding. But I don't think, and I think I speak for a lot of my teammates, I don't think any of us expected that the program would have been cut.
What reason did Shepherd give you for doing this, and why do you think they cut tennis out of all the other sports that Shepherd offers?
So as I said, tennis was going through a rebuilding period. The program, I think, has actually made some great lengths on building up the program and gaining funding. I know at the time that it was cut, we had a lot of ideas for the future and how to build up the program. But we also had a lot of graduating seniors. Our coaching staff was a little unstable. And I think it was, they cited funding, which in my opinion, at an NCAA Division II level, I think the goal of any sports team that isn't football or basketball is just to remain self-sustainable. I don't think any team on campus is really profitable for the university again, unless you're men's football and basketball. So of course, funding and fundraising was a big reason. And also, I think it was an easy sport to cut because we had an unstable coaching staff. And then we also had a lot of graduating seniors. Tennis also is a much smaller sport. So I could see that on the totem pole of teams to cut. If you are looking to save money or divert funds, that it would be the first to go.
How did Shepherd help you with this transition?
Shepherd is honoring all of the athletic scholarships that were extended to the athletes, which is nice because it helps our athletes stay on campus and finish out their degree. But other than that, the transition has been primarily on the student athletes who are still at the university.
And you moved to cheer anyway, so you're still continuing sports.
Yeah, we had a lot of players who kind of looked for other outlets to stay involved on campus.
Yeah, I know you mentioned earlier saying that you were thinking about transferring to a new school, but ended up staying at Shepherd.
Yeah, it left our remaining athletes kind of in a weird limbo. I think we found out in May during finals week, so then, or late April, early May. So then we kind of had that summer to try to quickly figure out what we were going to do. I did look into transferring schools. However, I do think a lot of our athletes, we do love Shepherd, and we have other reasons other than tennis to be on campus, which I think just independently that's made the transition easier for a lot of us because we have those other clubs and organizations, or that, our love for our major and community that kind of kept us here. But it was a very uncertain time, I think, for a lot of us, especially our international students, because that is their main reason for being at the university other than just to get their degree, is they came here for tennis.
What do you wish Shepherd would have done instead or done differently?
I wish Shepherd would have been more open with the tennis team, myself included, about what was going on. I'm aware that they can't share everything with us, but I know that even throughout the entirety of our spring season, we knew that something was wrong. We had players reaching out who were interested in coming to the team, prospective athletes. We had fundraising ideas. We had big plans for the future. And I do think that the tennis team was growing. That was great. I know we had even been talking with community members about trying to fix up the courts. So we had a lot of plans. And we were really rooted in that tennis team, and we were looking to build for the future. But we were really confused when we didn't really get a lot of support. And we now know that it's because, why would you take new players in when you weren't going to have a team? So
yeah.
I think it just took a lot of us by surprise, and we no one was prepared for it. I don't think anyone wanted the team to be cut, but it happened, and we're all moving on from that now.
Well, it was nice having you. Thank you so much. And now onto Freshie Facts, the place where freshmen can learn about Shepherd University's resources. Are you in need of food or clothes? Well, Shepherd has a clothing and food pantry available for free for all students. Located on the first floor of Boulter Hall is the Ram Pantry, available to all students who fill out an intake form found on Shepherd's website. You can go once a week, and it's open on Mondays, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Thursdays, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And at the top of Gardner Hall is the Ram Closet. The closet is open from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. All students are welcome to walk in whenever they want and are allowed to take up to 3 items a day. Oh no! Don't want to end up like this guy? Unable to pay a ticket? Well, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Shepherd Police gives out tickets for cars not parked in the right spot. So make sure you know where to park so you can avoid a fine. If you find yourself parked on the wrong side of campus, don't worry. There are EPTA buses free for all students. Showing your Rambler is not required. Just hop on and wait for your stop. The Shepherd website has all the listed times and stops for the buses, so make sure you check it out.
Hello, my Ramlings. I hear this week there are some special Rams who have a birthday. I'd like to wish them a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Marie Martin, and happy birthday, Rain Stuck. If you want your friends or faculty to have their very special day announced for all to hear, make sure to scan the QR code on posters found around campus so you can submit their special day.
Make sure you remember to submit birthdays and use all the resources our campus offers. This is Marie Martin. Thank you for watching Shep News.